Karen.
Yes.
I don't want to be dramatic.
Since when?
I'm turning over a new leaf.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think I've been that dramatic in the past. I don't know. You give me a complex. Okay.
Okay. You haven't.
I don't want to be dramatic, but I think that my energy body might have just rage quit.
Your energy body just rage quit.
Yep. See, I woke up this morning with the vibrational range of a toaster oven.
Oh, okay.
And my third eye rolled back in its head. And I swear, my aura tried to Uber itself out of here.
Okay, don't take this the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
But you sound like you're trying to talk to our daughter, like in her hip language.
I mean, I am hip. I'm not trying to do anything. Okay, today we're calling in the reinforcements.
Ooh.
And by reinforcements, I mean, of course, a real-life energy Jedi who can transmute emotional funk into full-blown life force fabulousness.
Oh my God, I need that so much. Can you help with menopause?
Yeah. Oh, that's a really great question. So he's a shamanic practitioner. Mm-hmm. He's an energy alchemist. He's a spiritual healer and probably an undercover Marvel character too. This man doesn't do healing. He is the healing.
Ooh.
Yeah. He walks into a room and the shadows file for unemployment.
You are on a roll today. Woo!
Yes, he spent the last 30 years helping people align their energy, balance their mind, body, spirit situation, and basically upgrade from human 1.0 to cosmic deluxe edition. Ooh. He clears negative energy like your grandma clears clutter after Thanksgiving dinner. Blockages, gone. Trauma, transmuted. That weird feeling in your chest you've had since your ex ghosted you in 2013, yeah. He can fix that too. And not you. I'm talking to people in the audience.
Okay, I'm like, better not be you.
So if your soul's been buffering since the last Mercury retrograde, get ready because we're about to reboot your entire spiritual operating system on the Skeptic Metaphysicians.
Woohoo! I think you had my coffee.
I know. That was fun. My name is Will.
And I'm Karen.
And unlike Mulder and Scully,
we both want to believe.
So we've embarked on a journey of discovery.
We've talked to people deeply entrenched in the spiritual and metaphysical world.
We've thrown ourselves into weird and wonderful experiences. I even joined a coven of witches.
And wait, you joined a coven?
Yep, all in the interest of finding something.
Anything.
That will prove that there's something beyond this physical,
three-dimensional world we all live in.
This is the Skeptic Metaphysicians. Hey there, I'm Will.
And I'm Karen.
Welcome back to an episode of the Skeptic Metaphysicians that you are not going to forget. Our guest today is someone who doesn't just talk about energy healing, he lives it.
Ooh.
His name is Alex Urbina, and he's a renowned shamanic practitioner, an energy alchemist, transformative spiritual healer, and an author with over 30 years of experience helping people reconnect with their truest, most empowered selves. He's the kind of person who walks into a room and somehow makes your stress rethink its life choices. He's based in Santa Clarita, California. He owns a healing studio with his wife for 32 years. Proof that he knows a thing or two about alignment, both spiritual and marital. His work focuses on unlocking the power of the energy body, clearing stubborn blockages, alchemizing negative patterns, and helping people step fully into the balance across the mind, body, and spirit. Please help us welcome the one-man vibrational upgrade himself, Alex Urbina. Alex, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm so blessed and honored to be here, and I'm thoroughly entertained so far.
Well, we got one, Karen. Woohoo! Right. Yeah, we do try to give a little bit of a warning when people come on because we are very different than a lot of the shows out there. We like to have fun with this stuff because, hey, if you're not having fun, what's the point of it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
that's right.
All right, Alex, you are here to fix
me
everything about Karen. So she's very excited to have you here, and we should let you know she had no idea what we're going to be talking about today. We do that on purpose so that she comes with to the interview with the audience perspective. So the fact that she got really excited when I was introducing you tells me that this is going to be a great conversation between the two of you. So I'm just going to sit back and let you guys watch. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go for
you
it.
can just leave.
Okay, bye.
Well, I am very excited to see and to hear what you have to say, because if you can really help kind of clear that emotional funk. I have been quite funky lately. Emotionally, I do bathe regularly. But yeah, especially the last 3 days, I have just not been able to kick it. In fact, today, a friend stopped by to take our daughter to lunch, and then when they brought her back, I was just really, it wasn't me. You know, she was like about to come in, and I kind of like didn't let her come in, which is never me.
Wow. Yeah.
And I had to apologize because I'm just not like that. And
Right.
I've just been in this like cloud. So can you help me?
Yeah. So thank you for having me on the show. One of the things I think that people misunderstand when it comes to healing or going to a so-called healer, and even though I call myself a healer, I'm not necessarily doing the healing. I don't believe that any healer outside of yourself is healing you. I believe that we all are our own healers. However, we do need sometimes we need somebody in a partnership to be able to connect with, or to align our frequencies with, to be able to amplify our own healing abilities. So right off the bat, I want people to know that if you work with me, you're healing yourself. What I'm doing is holding the frequency of the healed self for you. I'm bringing my high vibrational frequency to the session, and then I'm also using my abilities to transmute energy for you so that you can heal yourself.
I like that. It's kind of like, learning to dance. You got to do it on your own. Someone can help you with the steps, but after that, you're dancing.
Right.
That's right. That's right. We're doing everything on our own, even though it looks like sometimes there are people that are doing it for us. But in this case, I'm just supporting you in a partnership to get that healing done that you're looking for.
Right. Well, Alex, what causes these blockages? I mean, you hear about it more and more every day. More and more people are in funks, and I know there's a lot of junk going on in the world right now. But what about it is that builds up that funk that's hard to get out of after a while?
Yeah. So we are energy beings. I want you to visualize your physical body with a energy ball around the physical body. That's considered our energy field or our energy body. And before we're a physical body, we're an energy body. So the energy body holds our consciousness, and then that energy projects inward and then manifests into the physical body. So when we have either traumas that have been suppressed, or we have negative thoughts or negative emotions that are suppressed inside of our energy field, they project inward into our physical body, and then they start manifesting in sickness, illness, and disease.
So basically you're saying that there's no way around it. Like there's nothing we can do to protect ourselves because we're being constantly bombarded by these things, and it's hard in the 3D world to kung fu it, right? Wax on, wax off.
Well, you can't protect yourself. However, it's part of the game that we're playing here as conscious beings taking on a human experience, is that, we're energetic. So we have thoughts, and thoughts are energy, and we have emotions, and the emotions are energy. So we're just going to always be producing energy. And some of us, we produce positive energy, and some of us, we produce negative energy. And depending on how conscious you are and how self-aware you are of realizing that you are generating a negative energy that could be, causing suffering for you, or you can be creating a belief system where you're creating positive interpretations of your life, and then you're creating positive energies for yourself.
So it's a choice, basically what you're saying.
It's always a choice, always a choice. We're always, with our choice, choosing how to interpret our life.
Okay.
So then why is it so easy? Why is it so much easier, I think, for a lot of people to fall into that negative energetic field? And you have to work at being positive. Why isn't it the opposite?
Right.
You wuld think if we were born and we have this high energy, and at least I would think that we were born with high energy. I don't know. You tell me. Why do we get stuck in that negativity?
Yeah, because when we were born into this human experience, we forgot who we are, and we forgot all the internal truth about ourselves. So then we start to collect evidence that we're not pretty enough, smart enough, talented enough, or just not enough. So we create these limiting beliefs about ourselves. And through those limiting beliefs, as we create those limiting beliefs, that becomes our paradigm that which we interpret our life. And so it's basically a fear-based perception. And so we create from that fear-based perception all of the negative experiences that we cause for ourselves. And it's through the awakening, the process of awakening and remembering who we are, that we start to remember.
Right. So you hear that a lot, right? That's a choice. It's just you got to decide whether to look at the positive way of life or the negative. Right? It's a mindset, but it's hard to, when you're in the middle of it, right? It's hard to pick a different choice. So how does someone who finds himself really struggling with their emotions, with the way that they're feeling right then and there, how does someone make that choice when they're in the dumps?
Well, let's start with recognizing it as a practice. So when we talk about a practice, everything that we practice, we get better at or we get good at, right?
Okay.
So some people, depending on where they are in their conscious awareness journey, if you're listening to this for the very first time, you go, oh, I never realized that I have that option. And so each one of us are at a different level of consciousness and awareness and are practicing the art of realizing that we're constantly at choice. Mm-hmm. So it really depends on how many times you've heard it. For some people, they can hear it once and then instantly realize how powerful they are with their choice and they transcend instantly. Some of us, it takes a year, 3 years, 10 years, 30 years, or a lifetime.
All right.
So how did it happen for you?
For me, I had a very powerful awakening, a conscious awakening in my early 20s. I went to we'll call it a transformational training that caused a very powerful awakening for me. And I connected to my heart for the very first time. I realized how inauthentic I was being at that time. And I realized that I wanted to be a better father, a better husband, and just work on myself and improve myself. And so that kind of started the journey for me.
Wow. I'm feeling a powerful energies coming from you right now, and I don't usually feel things. So it almost feels like the same thing that you went through is something that I went through as well. Not long ago, actually during COVID, I had an existential crisis, and I looked myself in the mirror, saw that I didn't like who I was, and I wanted to be a better father, I wanted to be a better husband, I wanted to be a better person altogether. So it started my path as well. But you took it, and boy, did you run with it. You became the medicine, right? So how did you manage to break through the 3D to take it so far as how you did?
I just allowed myself to be vulnerable and to love myself more and to be more present and to trust myself more and accept myself more and be more loving in my life. And before I knew it, I started to change.
All right.
And so now, is it something that you still find that you have to work at from time to time, or is it just who you are now?
It's like, I don't see it as a work. It's just a practice. It's just a way of being. It's a practice.
Right. Okay.
So is that what you mean by you are the healing? Is that what it is? Or you're the medicine?
When I say I am the medicine, I am is all of us. We're all the medicine.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So basically you're saying if you're in the middle of it, it's too late. You need to have thought about that a year ago and start the practice.
It's never too late. You're always at the right place at the right time when it happens.
Yeah, that's so easy to say though, Alex. Right? You're in the middle of a crisis, and I got to make a choice. I got to make a choice, and God dang it, I can't make a choice other than knowing what I'm doing. So it's hard to just change your mindset right in the middle of it all. So, are there any tips that you recommend for someone they find themselves in a bad place? They've been trying to practice it, but they still find themselves there. How can you get them out of that space?
I think we're always practicing either way. And it doesn't matter if you make a choice to the left or to the right, you're still making the right choice. There's no wrong choice for you. It's just an opportunity for us to realize if that choice is beneficial for me or not. And that's through the learning. That's how we learn.
So then once you make this choice, so you find yourself at this part in your life, you don't like who you see in the mirror and you want to be better. What's like your first step when, after you make that choice, like what can you actively do to start yourself on that path where you actually start to see some sort of results that will then encourage you to do more?
Yeah. So when you make that choice, it's going to produce a result. And then you get to ask that yourself, is that result the result that I prefer? And if not, you get to look at who you were being when you made that choice and then learn from that and then decide what the learning lesson was. And then the next time you get an opportunity, you're going to make a different choice. It's part of the process. And I think a lot of times we're really hard on ourselves and we want everything now. Like we want to be evolved now. And evolution takes time and takes practice and it takes patience. And in a world today with these young kids that want to be the expert now, you can't be the expert now. It takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Not just young kids, Alex. Not just young kids.
Old kids too.
Old kids too. Absolutely.
Right, but we never used to be like that. Like even for me, when I look back, when I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, I wasn't in a hurry to try to get anywhere because the world hadn't expanded to that level yet. But in today's world, these kids, because they're in a world that's expanded, you can create and manifest quickly. So they're used to demanding results now. So we, in 70s kids, 80s kids, we develop to a stage where now we want everything now. But we have to remind ourselves that some things take time.
Yeah, I just wish I had their manifesting power. All right. So you are a shamanic practitioner. When someone works with you and they want some help with their energetic healing, what type of things can someone expect?
So what I do is I call in their higher self and then ask their higher self specific questions about their energy body. And then their higher self will tell me a list of all the things that are stuck in the energy body that needs to be transmuted. And that needs to be cleared out so that their body can start healing itself.
So, and is that, do you do that in a trance or how, like, for example, could you do that for Karen right now
so like if I got permission, then I would do it. I go into a meditation and then I will ask specific questions. I'll get specific answers, and then we'll jump on a Zoom call, and then I'll give you all that information that I got, and then from there, you get to decide whether you want them cleared.
Gotcha. And then how do you clear them?
So I have a tool called a pendulum, and then I use my pendulum to clear energy.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I didn't realize you could use pendulums to clear energy.
They're magical things.
They are.
So how can someone because we're talking, there's a difference between feeling crummy and healing or emotional impacts inside of our energy centers, right? So how can someone differentiate the two? Like, what are the symptoms someone should look for?
If you're you're not feeling good. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're asking? How to tell if you're not feeling good?
Yeah, no, yeah. How can you tell that your challenge is deeper than just an emotional blah, but rather your emotional your energy center is compromised?
For me, I think people have a tolerance of how much suffering they can take. And then usually people will reach out to me when they can't take it no more. And then I do an energy scan on them. And I want to say probably 98% of everyone that I scan, by the time they reach out to me, they have some darker, denser, stubborn energies that need to be cleared.
Right. So is there anything at home? Obviously, we'd love for everyone to reach out to you and have them work with you. But is there anything that we could do ourselves to try to start the process of clearing our energy bodies?
Yeah, absolutely. So the universe has given us some great tools. And number one is going to be nature. So if you get out and do some grounding and use the earth can transmute energies. Fire is a great transmuter. Light a candle and
okay, I'm glad you specified light the candle, because I didn't want to light myself on fire or something. But when you say grounding, do you have to be barefoot on the earth, or can you? Like, we went hiking this weekend.
You can sit up against a tree and ask the tree to transmute energy from you.
Oh.
You can sit on a rock, lay on the grass, ask Mother Earth to transmute energies that you're ready to surrender and let go of. You can ask the spirit of the wind to clear out energies from you. You got to remember, everything has a spirit. So if you connect to the spirit, create that relationship, they're here to support us and be in partnership with us, and they'll help clear things for you.
Gotcha. Oh, that sounds lovely.
Well, it's interesting because when we were hiking, it was yesterday, and I came up to that tree, right? Something made me want to just connect with that tree. That was pretty cool. And then from that on, it was a really good mood.
They're living beings, and they have their own consciousness. We're not taught how to create that relationship with them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just released a solo episode about plant consciousness not long ago.
Yeah.
But they're also super powerful, and it's you felt that tree. And it's it's incredible. So
incredible. So when you've worked with people, how have you seen the work that you've done with them changed them? Like, what kind of results have you seen?
I've seen all kinds of results, and it's a testament not towards me, but towards the person who's ready to end that suffering. Like I said, usually it takes somebody to get to a place where they've just had enough and they've decided, I don't want this experience anymore. And once I clear out the energy body of all the dark, dense, stubborn energies, either that they've created or they've attracted to them, once you have a clean energy body, the physical body already knows how to heal itself. The physical body is an intelligent entity. It's an intelligent being that knows how to heal. However, if you don't put it in the right state, it cannot heal itself. It needs for our consciousness to be aware of, oh, I got stuff here that's blocking the universal flow that's coming to us, to use as the medicine for my body to start healing itself. So it's really about the power of the person, the individual that decides that they're ready. Because I can't heal anybody, or I can't help support somebody to heal themselves. One, if they don't believe. Two, if they're not really ready to heal. Believe it or not, a lot of people, they say they want to heal themselves, but they don't believe they can heal themselves. So therefore, they create a non-healing session for themselves. We manifest exactly what we believe. And so if you don't believe you can heal, you won't.
Right. Yeah, my mom had a really great tool for that. It was a 2x4. She smacked me over the head, and I was fine. I was healed immediately. Yeah. It's like, get off it.
That's what I need, a 2x4.
All right. So is this, we've talked about auras and chakras and all that kind of stuff before. And we've actually talked to people who go in and actually physically like clean out the auras and all that kind of stuff. Is this similar, or is it a different technique that you use?
So the auras and the chakras are going to be some of the stuff that I do as a bonus or added value. What I'm really good at is clearing out darker, denser energies. Some people don't believe in demons or demonic energies. I'm going to call them a frequency. Even though we have this archetypal perspective of this scary being that will come in the middle of the night and mess with you, it's just a frequency. So you can call it the demonic frequency. There's such thing as a poltergeist frequency, a voodoo frequency, a black magic frequency. They're all frequencies, and they're lower vibrational frequencies. And once you have your own trauma, unresolved trauma and lower frequencies, then you can attract these frequencies to you. So they kind of they're drawn to you, they attach to you, and now you're carrying a heavier burden. And so I can clear those out and transmute those back into the unconditional love. And I can also cross over spirit attachments or we can call them spirit possessions. If you didn't know, human beings, when they die, if they don't cross over into heaven or the great beyond or the spirit world, they can get stuck here in another dimension, and they're called a lost soul, a wandering soul. And it's a consciousness energy that just is another dimension walking around here on earth, trying to be relevant and trying to continue to live their life. And so what they'll do is they'll be curious of us humans, and they'll, if they have the same frequency as you, they'll attach themselves to you, and they live kind of like a Klingon. You can attract 3, 8, 12, 20, 100 different spirit possessions, but they're just human beings that they've never crossed over into the spirit world.
So it's like a leech. Like you got leeches all over your body.
Suckerfish.
Yeah. So I guess that's where my question came in earlier about how can you tell? Like, how can you tell that you have these darker energies attached to you versus just a general malaise?
I don't know how the average human being can tell. I know I couldn't tell before I got activated with this ability and being able to tap in to my higher self, to call in someone else's higher self to find out if that's what they have. To be honest with you, I don't know how anyone else can tell that they have that other than educating yourself, listening to shows like this, or other people that can remove spirit possessions or attachments. It's more of a, again, it goes back to when you're done suffering and when you can't stand it no more, you usually reach out to somebody to help you. And if that person has the ability to scan those and discover those and they find them, then they can clear them out for you.
Yeah, maybe it's you've tried everything else. You know,
yeah.
Like, well, it wasn't this, it wasn't that, you know.
Sometimes it's that. Sometimes people come to me. Most people come to me and the traditional doctors can't give them answers, and they've been suffering for a very long time. And when I scan their energy body and find out all the dark stuff they have attached to them, once I clear that out within 1 day to 3 days to 5 days to a couple of weeks, people start texting me or emailing me just in awe of how great they feel from 1 day to the next.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, you talked about these souls that didn't make it for whatever reason. They get stuck here and they're lingering and attaching. When you do the clearing, do you help send them off to the great beyond, or do they just like linger around and cling on to someone else?
Oh, Jesus.
That's a great question. That's actually...
no, I mean, it's an honest question.
Shoot, fly, go. You don't have to go home. You can't stay here.
Well, I mean, I'd be happy with that, I guess, if I had them clinging on me.
No, it's a great question. When it comes to spirit possessions, I actually have to cross them over, because if somebody has, let's say you have 100 spirit possessions for the last 30 years of your life, and then you die. If you die, they don't cross over. They just unattach from you and then go start roaming again, and then they'll go look for another host. So by the time you come to me, in order to get rid of them, I don't transmute them. I have my spirit team come in, and then we cross them over. So to be honest with you, what I'm starting to realize is a lot of these darker entities or consciousness or spirit possessions, they will attract themselves to somebody that they know is going to be getting some healing soon. And it's their way to get back to the other side. That's what I'm starting to pick up now, is a lot of these frequencies, they've been around, especially the dark ones. They've been around for hundreds of years, thousands of years. And when they're done playing that role of being dark, and they're like, all right, I'm ready to go back home, they'll attach themselves to somebody just probably months or a year before they come to someone like me, so that we can cross them over.
It's like a hitchhiker.
Okay. I'm just going to put it out there right now. I'm not going to get any healings ever. So stay away. I'm not getting any healing. That's it. I'm done.
Might be too late. They might be already clinging.
No, I'm not going. No, cling off. Go someone else. Because
cling off.
Yes.
Uncling.
Whatever.
Decling.
I like cling off better. There's a cling on and a cling off. It just makes sense, right? Light and dark, white and black, male and female. Cling on and cling off.
Anyways.
Release yourself.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Now, once you've cleared these dark souls and their body is able to heal and they start to feel better, do you also help them or teach them how to protect themselves from getting other souls to, attach or negative energies on them?
Yeah, cootie shots, right?
I do my best to educate. Part of the healing process is me educating them. So like, let's say I have a client that wants an energy scan. After I scan them and we jump on that Zoom call, that hour and 20 minutes I'm spending with you, I'm trying to educate you on what I have found and what I'm finding, and I'm teaching you, and there's a new conscious awareness that's happening for you about energy. So you're learning, and then through that Zoom call, I'm also teaching you the same way I explained to you that you can clear yourself using, the spirit of fire or earth or the elements. I'm trying to teach you and remind you that you are this sovereign being and you can clear yourself. So hopefully majority of people, after they're done being cleared by me, that they walk away feeling a lot more empowered and remembering who they are and standing more in their power and their sovereignty, and that they can just give themselves permission to continue to clear themselves.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Because ultimately that's my goal, is to empower people. I don't want you to come to me. I don't want you to be a forever client. I want to clear you and empower you to learn how to clear yourself, so that you're either clearing yourself and teaching other people how to clear.
Mm. Now, you've helped so many people in the course of the years that you've been doing this. Is there one case that really sticks out in your mind as truly and unforgettable, that that person was this way one time, and then after you helped them, this is what happened? Anything come to mind?
I'm in awe of I'm in awe every time. I don't judge them anymore. I don't look at and it's funny because every one of them are unique, and every one of them, I'm more inspired by the person, because when they have an amazing result and they're like, thank you so much. And because it's natural for you to want to acknowledge your, teacher or your partner or the person that you've reached out to when you needed help. But my job is to remind them that you did this. You took the step. You decided that you wanted the healing. You decided you had enough. You decided that you wanted to change the course in this you wanted to create a new timeline for yourself to be healed and to be thriving. So I'll take a little bit of the credit, and then I'll just to allow myself to be acknowledged. But then I'm also reminding them that, you did this too, because I want them to walk away feeling empowered so that they can continue to stand in that power. I don't want them to give me those kudos and give all of it to me as though I did something that they can't do for themselves. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah,
it does. So Alice, do you feel energies? Like, can you tell when someone's off just by walking into a room?
No, and I think it's by design. I think that before I was born, or when I decided that I was going to take on this shamanic practice again in this lifetime, I think I set myself up so that I don't feel them to a certain degree, so that I don't get, so that I can keep playing the game. What I mean by that is there are some healers that are really sensitive to energy. They're oversensitive. So they can only heal 2 or 3 people because they end up absorbing that negativity and they're down and out for a month. Or some healers will take on what they're trying to heal from the person or clear from the person, and then they develop their own cancers, they develop their own sickness, their own disease, and then they die young. So for me, I think I have a pretty balanced shield where I can still be compassionate and understanding of what people are suffering, but I don't take it on. I'm not my empathic threshold isn't too high, which is another thing that I teach people. Majority of people that come to me, I want to say 70% of them, are empaths, and their empathic sensitivity is past the normal threshold. So let's say the normal threshold is 40% sensitivity as an empath, you might be at 90 or 100. That means that every person that you're around, you're not only just feeling compassionate for them, but you're actually taking on the burden. You're taking some of that pain, some of that suffering, some of that trauma, and you're walking back home feeling sick and tired and drained because you don't realize that your sensitivity threshold is off. So a lot of times in my clearings, I'll clear the empathic overload from you, and then I'll ask my spirit team to lower your empathic sensitivity to a balanced, healthy threshold. So to answer your question, for me, mine's pretty balanced.
I might know someone you need to talk to.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm just saying, I might know somebody. I don't know. So tools that you hear about that help people balance or center, like, sage and crystals and meditations and enveloping yourself in white light and all that kind of stuff. Does that stuff work?
Absolutely. It all works.
Thank God. Okay, good.
It all works. However, what I didn't realize until I started to go a little further on down this journey as an energy alchemist is that there are different levels, there's different layers. So let's say a crystal with your intention, you can clear out 2 or 3 layers of gunk, we'll call it. Or Reiki, that Reiki master can pull off 3, 4, 7 layers. But you might have 23 layers of stuff. You might have some darker, denser, more stubborn frequencies that are bunkered in, and it's going to take someone a little more powerful or someone who has a certain ability to go in after it. It's like calling in a specialist to come in and do that special work. So it all depends on the person. Somebody might only have 2 or 3 layers of stuff, and so they can live their whole life doing yoga and cleanse and Reikis and sound baths, and they'll be perfectly balanced. But someone else might have gone down a different road where in their early 20s, they had some trauma, or even in their early childhood, they had some very dark, dense traumas that have been bunkered in. And the longer that they're there, the stronger they get. So they need someone else that can go in there and remove them.
So you're like the roto-rooter of spiritual. You get in, you clear them all away. That's awesome. No? Okay. I thought you had a question. Sorry.
Oh, no. I was waiting for the next, plumbing joke.
I got lots of them.
Yeah.
So, Alex, every once in a while, we like to ask one of our guests a curveball questions just to see how quickly they can act on their feet. And I've got one for you, and I'm curious if you'd be open to me asking you the question.
Absolutely.
Okay. If you can't answer it, just tell me to move on, and we will.
Okay.
Okay. Curveball question. If your energy healing style had a theme song, what would it be?
A song, that's a good one. I would have to choose Beat It by Michael Jackson.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I was going to say maybe Happy Days or something, but
so I'm visualizing, me going into the energy field or the energy body, and I'm like, beat it. You got to get out. You got to get out of here.
Very cool.
See, I was thinking it'd be like the Darth Vader theme song because he comes in and he like powers them away and
right.
scares them off.
Either that or Thriller, maybe.
Oh.
Right. All right. Alex, is there anything that you want to make sure that our audience understands about energy healing or the need to clear things or the things that you do that we haven't already asked you about?
The only thing that I would leave as a parting message is just reminding people that if you are suffering, even though it doesn't feel like a choice, it's a choice because you haven't made any other choices to move beyond it. And that might not necessarily be because you don't want it. It's just that you haven't gone far enough. You haven't dug deep enough. And when somebody suffers to a certain point where they can't take it anymore, or they just decide, it's a decision. So a switch that you flip within yourself. And you decide, I'm done with this. And maybe there's a possibility that the rest of my life doesn't have to be like this, whether it's chronic headaches, any type of suffering. If you just decide that you're done doing that, then what'll happen is you'll activate that frequency to draw the perfect so-called healer to you, to partner up with you so that they can help you heal yourself. So that's usually how healing works, is that you resonate with a specific healer based on their frequency and their special gift and the way that they go about it to help you help support you on that journey.
Gotcha. If it wasn't for the fact that I already said I was not going to have any healings at all, I might reach out to you. But if there's someone who's here listening and would like to, they feel like they resonate with your frequency, what's the best way for someone to reach out to you?
So the best way, I have set up my website to be kind of like it's going to vet people. So my website's a starting point. It's alexurbina.com. And when you go there, you're going to read some information, and either you're reading that information and you're deciding from that information that there's a good possibility that I can help you in this case. And then you would book a session with me. And then there's two different ways to do that. You can pay for a full energetic clearing that comes with the scan. I've also broke the scan down into a lesser price so that you can pay that price to get the scan done, just to see what it is that you have. So in other words, there's two options there for people to decide whether they want to work with me or not. Most people start with the scan. They'll pay for a scan. I'll scan them, and then we'll set up a Zoom call. And on the Zoom call, I'm going over all the information. And I want to say 98% of the time, when people see the stuff that their higher self has told me, they resonate with it because it's hitting right on the mark with some of the things that of how it's manifesting in their physical body and their reality.
All right. Now, could there be a chance that you do the scan and you share that with the person and they go, "No, Alex, it doesn't feel at all," because they just don't want to see it?
I've never had it yet. I'm open to that. It is, but I'm also the type of person, I gave specific requests to my spirit team to not bring those people to me. And that's the reason why I use my website to vet you. Because I'd rather know that when you're reaching out to me, you're a 99%er. I don't have time to sit there. I'm not going to sit there and try to convince you or try to, I'm not there to do that. I'm there to give you the information.
Sure.
And if it resonates with you or not. And so 99% of the time, by the time you come to me, we're pretty much working together, because I haven't ever had somebody come to me that hasn't had something that was heavy and was the root cause of their suffering. I have, though, had a few times where I didn't get permission to clear them or to transmute energy from them because they didn't come to me. And that would be 2 times in the very beginning when I got activated with this gift. I felt really sorry for a couple of homeless people early on. And I called in my higher self to find out what they had. They told me what they had. And then I asked permission to clear them, and I got no permission. So it was more like a karmic debt that they had. So I didn't have permission to clear them. Those were the only 2 times that I've ever not gotten permission. But majority of the time, by the time people reach out to me, it's already contracted spiritually to support you.
Gotcha. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. That's incredible. Alex, thank you so much. This has been wonderful. It's been a pleasure meeting you. If anyone is resonating with your message and would like to reach out to you, we're going to add his website link on our show notes. So all you need to do is go to skepticmetaphysician.com and go to his episode page, and you'll see the link laid in there directly so that you can reach out to him very easily. Really appreciate you coming on the show with us.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.